Hello, guys. Okay, guys, so open your book on page 102, right? And 103. Okay, so on page 102, we have a reading about the real world. So the title is Urban Explorer. So what do you think that is an urban explorer? Do you think that is just a tourist? So let's look at the picture. What do we have in the picture? Here in the picture, we have the picture of a man, right? That man has a backpack. It looks like a tourist, right? But he is an urban explorer. We have Daniel Raven Ellison is a National Geographic explorer. He studies cities in a special way. He believes we can find out a lot more about the places we live in by exploring them. Instead of only learning about places through TV or books, we should also experience them ourselves. So that means that this man invites you to explore your city and explore other cities to learn more about those places, right? So let's read a little bit more about this guy, right? So we have, for many people, geography means memorizing places, facts, and maps, but Daniel Raven Ellison wants it to mean much more to us. He uses films, books, websites, and walks to encourage people of all ages to really experience the world. Raven Ellison noted, the internet makes us feel the world is becoming smaller and more available, but at the same time, many real lived experiences are shrinking. He gives examples like children who don't play outside and adults who know very little about the cities and people around them as reasons why we all need to find the amazing adventures just outside our front doors, right? I think that this boy is something like Luisito Comunica, right? That he travels to many places to explore those places, right? Not just by reading a book or watching videos on internet. No, so he travels to the place to explore it, right? So now let's see. Let's go to our first exercise of today. So what are we going to do here? We have exercise letter A. Listen and match Raven Ellison's projects to their description. So we have Urban Earth, Road 125, Step Up Skyline, and the options are drive across the United Kingdom, climb tall buildings, walk from one side of a city to the other. So what are we going to do on that exercise? We are going to listen to the audio and we are going to match the answers, right? We're going to match number 1 with letter A, B, or C, number 2 with A, B, or C, and number 3 with A, B, or C. But I'm going to play the audio twice, right? Because also we are going to complete exercise letter B. So what are we going to do on exercise letter B? We have circle the correct answers. Number 1 says, the Urban Air Project help people to know their cities better or to live in their cities better. Number 2, Raven Ellison traveled across the United Kingdom to study different cultures or complete different adventures. Number 3, he explored buildings to learn about the people there, or he explored buildings to do a survey. Number 4. He walked the height of Mount Everest in less than a week or in less than 2 weeks. Ready? Okay, guys, so remember, I'm going to play the audio twice and you're going to complete exercise number 1, in this case, letter A, and exercise letter B. In exercise A, we match. In exercise B, we circle, right? So I'm going to play it just twice. So please pay attention, right?
Unit 10, Track 2-31.
To Daniel Raven Ellison, geography is all about exploring the places around us. He believes this is the best way to learn about and understand the places we live in. Raven Ellison explores cities and places in interesting ways. In one of his projects, Urban Earth, he went on walks in big cities like Mexico City. He walked from one side of the city to the other and took a picture every 8 steps. The project helped people discover places that they don't know about in their cities. Raven Ellison also explores with his family. For National Geographic's 125th anniversary, he did a project called Route 125. He drove across the United Kingdom and completed 125 different adventures with his son. They did all kinds of activities, such as finding an animal, fishing, and making their own bread. In 2014, Raven Ellison started a project called Step Up Skyline. He wanted to find out more about the tallest buildings in London. He also wanted to learn about the people living and working in these buildings. He climbed all the stairs in different places, such as shopping malls, office buildings, and train stations. In 10 days, he climbed 52,252 steps. This is about the height of Mount Everest.
Hey guys, so I'm going to play again the audio to complete your missing answers, right? Remember, letter A, we match, and letter B, we circle the right answer.
Unit 10, Track 2-31.
To Daniel Raven Ellison, geography is all about exploring the places around us. He believes this is the best way to learn about and understand the places we live in. Raven Ellison explores cities and places in interesting ways. In one of his projects, Urban Earth, he went on walks in big cities like Mexico City. He walked from one side of the city to the other and took a picture every 8 steps. The project helped people discover places that they don't know about in their cities. Raven Ellison also explores with his family. For National Geographic's 125th anniversary, he did a project called Route 125. He drove across the United Kingdom and completed 125 different adventures with his son. They did all kinds of activities, such as finding an animal, fishing, and making their own bread. In 2014, Raven Ellison started a project called Step Up Skyline. He wanted to find out more about the tallest buildings in London. He also wanted to learn about the people living and working in these buildings. He climbed all the stairs in different places, such as shopping malls, office buildings, and train stations. In 10 days, he climbed 52,252 steps. This is about the height of Mount Everest.
Okay, guys, so let's check our answers. Number 1, we have urban earth. It's with letter A, B, or C. So, very good. Urban earth, walk from one side of the city to the other. Number 2, Route 125. It's with letter, very good, with letter A. Drive across the United Kingdom. And the last one, it's so easy, right? Step up skyline, climb tall buildings, right? So now, in the next exercise, we have circle the correct answers. So number 1 said, the Urban Earth Project help people to know their cities better or live in their cities better. So know their cities better. Number 2, Raven Ellison traveled across the United Kingdom to complete different adventures. Number 3, he explored buildings to learn about the people there. Number 4, he walked the height of Mount Everest in less than 2 weeks, right? So now we have the critical thinking question. Do you think it's important to explore the places around us? Why or why not? In my opinion, I think that it is important because we can learn many things when we visit a place, right? So we know their culture better and also it's fun, right? So now let's go to the next page, right? And on the next page, we are going to work with our pronunciation exercise. So what are we going to do? We have all sounds. Listen and repeat. That means that I have to pay a lot of attention of the sound of letter O, right? In these words. So listen and repeat after each one, right? So let me play the audio.
Unit 10, Track 2-32. 1,
Movie.
2,
Go.
3,
Front.
Okay, guys, so what did you notice during the audio? Okay, so if you notice, the pronunciation of letter O is different, right? For example, we have number 1, movie. It sounds like a letter U, right? Movie. Number 2, we have go. It sounds like an O and U, right? Number 3, we have front. It sounds like an O, right? So U, O, U, and O. So now let's go to exercise letter B. In exercise letter B, we have complete the chart, then listen and check your answers. So here in the box, we have different words, and we are going to write them in the correct column according to the sound of O. If the word with O sounds like movie, we are going to write this word here. If the word sounds like go, the O in that word sounds like go, we are going to write it here. And if the word sounds like the O in front, we are going to write the word here, right? With similar sound to letter O. So let me play the audio, right?
Unit 10, Track 2-33. Sounds like oo in movie.
Do. 2.
Sounds like o in go.
Tony. No. Open. O.
Sounds like in front.
Come. London.
Let's check the exercise. So we have sounds like O in movie, sounds like O in go, and sounds like O in front, right? So the first one, we have sounds like in movie, right? So we have the example that is do, movie, do. But what is the other word? Very good. To. Sounds like O in go. So number one is Tony. Very good. Number two, no. Another word with the same sound, open. Other word with the same sound, O, right? Now, sounds like O in front. So we have come. And also we have London. Ready? Okay, so now in this part we have our idiom. So the idiom is a step in the right direction. So what's the real meaning of that idiom? A step in the right direction. We have is an action that brings no results, is an action that brings bad results, or is an action that brings good results, because we have a step in the right direction. So circle the option that you think that is the right answer. Okay, so now let's read to check our answers. A step in the right direction is an idiom we use when someone has taken an action that we expect to lead to good results. For example, the company was a mess, but asking Chris to be president is a step in the right direction. So we expect to lead to good results, right? So that means that is an action that brings, very good, letter C, good results, right? So now, let's go to the next exercise. There is the communication exercise, but in this case, we can work it with a partner, right? Because we don't have a partner to work it. So let's see, what are we going to do here? So we have the name of different places. We have mall, history museum, pizza restaurant, cafe, supermarket, and school. So you are going to write those words in the correct place, right? So pay attention to the picture and write the name of each building, right? So then what are we going to do? We are going to check our answers on page 133, but also we have to remember these places, because what are we going to do on page 133? Let me show you. In page 133, you are also going to write the name of the places that were in the other map, right? So Chinese restaurant, zoo, convenience store, art museum, park, movie theater, right? So write the names here in the blank spaces, okay? So don't forget to check the next two videos, right? So the next video is to review the vocabulary and the structure that we saw the last class. And the other one is to check your homeworks, right? So don't forget to check the next videos. So let's go to the next videos.